Hi friends, good evening. I am Mr. Vijay Khan. I like to speak today about importance of English. And we know that we are there under the crisis of Corona. But at the same time, it is a personal to achieve or to reach our goal. So no crisis will be an obstacle to reaching our goal. Okay? And this is the video that I am giving only based on how we need to reach our goal. And first of all, my dear friends, so there is a phobia that English is the hard and the hardest subject. But at the same time, it depends on only the willpower. So now we are given bundle of time to stay at home. While staying at home, see that everybody has to read and revise the text. Whatever it may be, either the magazines or the books or whatever the materials that you have related to English, you can read. Only the self-assessment works more. So I therefore, my dear friends, or especially, and this is the video that I am forwarding only for 10th standard students. It is a challenging, and while you are there in the class or a school, see that you are going to have a bundle of tensions, but now you can have a very good time to set or to be set, and you can have a bundle of what we can say practice, so that we can really grip English. And today I especially taught a lesson, that is footprints without feet. So this is the lesson I taught for all 10th standard students. And what is the lesson? Here we have a particular character called Griffin, who was the brilliant and the most efficient man. But what happened? And he was completely misled his life in doing the wrong things. What is the reason? And out of his extraordinary and intellectuality, he invented a rare medicine that is, which really makes a man to be transparent. What is the transparent about? Now the man, visible man, is going to be invisible. So here you have to understand a word. What is the word meaning of visibility? That is going to give you identity. What is the word meaning of invisibility? It is going to give you hide your identity. So my dear children, so here what that we need to reflect from the part of this story about Griffin, who was the most intelligent and brilliant man or a scientist, misused his life. And our education should never mislead in a wrong way or in a wrong path. I therefore, my dear children, we know that school is nothing but a free place or a place of freedom. So, but nowadays we could see that schools have become competitive, commercial. So therefore, we are there in the world of competition. But now, my dear children, due to this corona, you people are given a bundle of time. You people are given a bundle of time to revise and to revive the subject, especially English. English is very and dead easy. How? Only it could be possible only through everyday practice. We know that practice makes man perfect. But at the same time, whatever practice is needed, we have to at least get habituated to read English. And every day we need to learn at least new words. new words or a new vocabulary, and at the same time we have to frame the different modes of sentences based on this vocabulary. So in that way what we can do, we can really get familiar to subject. So my dear children, and the last two videos I forwarded regarding what is an active voice and what is a passive voice. I have given you the differences which are there in the part of the grammar, active voice and passive voice. And another important thing, my dear children, I want to just to tell you. So, to learn the grammar, and first of all, we get frightened to learn a grammar. So, grammar is nothing but, what is a grammar? It is nothing but gram. Gram. It means a rule. So, a language that is completely based on a rule or a measures is called a grammar, or the systematic way of learning is called a grammatical or a grammarian or a grammar, I suppose. So therefore, my dear children, and if at all if you want to really learn grammar, only the thing that you need to have a confidence. And every day you have to really practice. Otherwise, it will be always a strange or unknown to us. So, okay, when we come or in the point of this English, so it has to be revived. It has to be revised. If not, it will be always tough or the difficult part. So, my dear children, as we are there in the world of challenging, so let us really pay the complete attention in learning English. And another important thing, English is, what is English? It is a language. Then what do we call language? The system of communication in writing, the system of communication in reading, or the system of communication in speaking is called language. So automatically there are a few elements which we particularly need about this language. And first of all, my dear friends, we have to know what is syntax. Syntax is nothing but it is the science of words. Science of words. And generally this syntax usually speaks about the word formation. And another important thing is semantic. What is this? It is also a part that speaks mostly about the meanings. Then there is a phonetics, which speaks about the sounds. So my dear children, we have to be really very clear about all these words. And another important thing is that one, so we should be very clear to learn English based on the different parts. And first of all, my dear children, today the reason to speak or to prepare this video is to support you everybody in making a shortcuts or a simplification regarding the process of learning English. And the important thing that I want to share right now, so generally, my dear children, to learn this English, we are completely depends on 8 parts. What are those 8 parts? Parts of speech. But at the same time, so my dear children, these parts of speech, what do we call parts of speech? So generally parts of speech is nothing but the most of the vocabulary of the language is called parts of speech. And more than everything, my dear children, these parts of speech is classified into 2 types. What are they? Structural words, content words. And the difference we need to know. What do we call structural words or what do we call content words? And first of all, my dear children, structural words are dependent words. For example, pronouns are there, be forms are there, auxiliary forms are there, prepositions are there, conjunctions are there, and interjections are there. And sometimes we can go for determiners also, and we can go for quantifiers also, and we can go for articles. All these are called, we can say, structural words. They always depend on other words, and even they are called little words or a small words which never have the progress without the support of the other words. But when we go for content words, they are called independent words. These independent words generally stands by themselves. So therefore, my dear children, and today I want to just tell you, so the totally what are the structural words and what are the content words. For example, Ramu is my friend. For example, here you see Ramu is a content word. Why? Because it is a noun. Is nothing but it's a structural word which always uh, uh, is the same or stands to be very small in role. So therefore, my, it is an adjective, and automatically it is also possessive. So it comes even under determiner. So therefore, it is called structural word. Then my friend is called noun. So automatically it is called a content word. So my dear children, likewise, so you have to start the initial part of learning English from the structure, from the parts of speech, differentiating what is the structural word and what is the content word. And I want to just tell you, my dear children, when we have such a difference between what is the structural word and what is the content word, it will be very easy to identify what parts of speech they are. Okay, so I therefore, so today from the part of this parts of speech, I want to just tell you what is a noun. So generally noun is a naming word. We know. Generally, what does it do? It always identifies the names of the persons, places and things and animals. So generally, it is classified into two types. What are they? Countable and uncountable. Countable and uncountable. But at the same time, my dear children, so countable nouns usually will be added with yes. And the countable nouns also called regular nouns. Why? Because so there is a possibility. Example, I want to tell you everybody, books. It is automatically very clear that it is a countable noun as well as a regular noun followed by s. But when we go uncountable noun, so there are variations in the part of this uncountable noun. For example, you see water, much water, pepper, a piece of pepper, or you can take bread, a slice of bread. So likewise, we have something uncountable nouns. But at the same time, my dear children, these are also called irregular nouns. How? For example, child, children, both are nouns. But at the same time, so we have not taken the word here, yes. So likewise, we have to really get the clarity while learning the word formation. It is called a word formation. Word is nothing but the word formation of a noun. So my dear children, our friends, and today as I have given you about the importance of the English, or what are the tips and tricks to learn English in an easy and a simple way, and don't get scared. And if at all if you have such a phobia or a scaring attitude, and automatically you will feel very difficult. So first of all, you should be very free to learn the things, and that should be the criteria. And in that way, we can get succeeded and we can get progressed. And I want to just to tell you one more thing. While learning the word formation, now where we are there under the word formation of a noun. So noun generally classified into four types. What are those four types? Proper noun, common noun, and abstract noun and collective noun. So generally we know that the noun is nothing but a always it enrolls itself in the place of subject. So therefore, Rama can be proper noun, or boy can be common noun, Boyhood can be abstract noun, or you can say youth can be collective noun. Even there is a material noun. So, my dear children, likewise, first of all, you have to learn uh, the simplest methods to identify what is a proper noun. For example, I will give you a sentence: Ramu lives in happiness in the city. So now here, happiness is nothing but abstract noun. Ram is a called, what it is called? Proper noun. City, common noun. Okay? So likewise, my dear children, we should really learn how to identify the words of noun. Okay? And I want to just to tell you something. So there is a noun gender. Noun gender. What is the noun gender? First one, feminine gender, masculine gender, common gender, and a neutral gender. So gender is completely masculine gender is nothing but that speaks about male or female. For example, Ramu is a masculine gender, but whereas Sita is a feminine gender. Teacher is common gender. Table is a neutral gender. It is very, so even there are okay. And today, my dear children, I feel that it will be very supportive and it will be very helpful to you. And if at all, if you want to much more, then I am ready to do many types of videos. But only the thing, I need your support, because during the crisis of this corona, I decided to at least make a few videos and help you all. Thank you, one and all.